Now, the uproar over immigration policy is now reverberating in the halls of the United States Congress, the day following President Trump's retreat from his policy separating children from their parents. Lawmakers are trying to take a broader approach to the entire issue of security at America's borders. Arise News Chief Washington Correspondent Eric Ham reports on yet another day of immigration drama.
Charles, in the last 24 hours, there have been stunning developments on the president's zero-tolerance policy. Now, we know just yesterday he signed an executive order that eliminates the policy of separating parents and their children. And today, the House of Representatives took up an immigration bill, a far-reaching, expansive bill that would address the issue of DACA, children who have been in this country illegally. It would also address the issue of parents being separated from their children, as well as provide funding for the border wall. That bill failed spectacularly. In fact, it failed 193 to 231. 41 Republicans sided with all of the Democrats to actually see this bill go down in flames. Now, there's a second bill, a bill that's sponsored and drafted by the Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan. They actually pulled that bill from the floor and are expected to bring the bill to the floor tomorrow. So they're hoping that through the night, they can give themselves enough support to rally the troops to pass legislation that will address the issue of separation as well as DACA. So we're still seeing major movements take place on both sides of Pennsylvania Avenue. Additionally, we found out today, surprisingly, from the president in a cabinet meeting that Melania Trump, the First Lady, actually took a surprise visit to the border to visit one of these detention centers. In fact, what we are learning is that she flew to McAllen, Texas, where she visited the Upbring New Hope Children's Shelter in McAllen, Texas. Now, this facility houses about 60 children between the ages of 5 and 17 years old. And the First Lady said that she wants to help unite parents and children. So another stunning development on the president's zero-tolerance policy.
I'm here to learn about your facility, and which I know you house children on a long-term basis. And I also like to ask you how I can help to these children to reunite with their families as quickly as possible.
And finally, we're learning that the U.S. Border and Customs Agency is no longer referring migrants to the federal courts to face criminal charges. Now, this comes a day after the president signed his executive order that ends the policy of separating parents and children. And so now the U.S. Customs Agency will not refer people who enter this country illegally to the courts to face criminal charges. And one of the officials for the Customs Agency said in a statement, and I'm quoting, "We're suspending prosecutions of adults who are members of family units until Immigration and Customs Enforcement can accelerate resource capability to allow us to maintain custody." But on the heels of this development, a spokesperson for the Department of Justice stated that the Department of Justice denies that they are actually suspending prosecutions of migrants entering into this country illegally. So a lot of moving parts, a lot of things happening on this issue of zero tolerance. What we do know for certain is that the House of Representatives is expected to bring a bill to the floor tomorrow, and that the president is still trying to find answers and solutions to this issue of immigration. Charles, back to you.